It's time for Fearless Friday high school football coverage. Every game, every hit, every Friday night. With the power of FearlessFriday.com. This is Fearless Friday, Statewide Edition, brought to you by Baptist Health. The non-conference season ends tonight for most teams. One last tune-up before the games get very important. The schedule is full of intriguing games. Number 1, Fayetteville hosts Muskogee, Oklahoma. Number 4, Pulaski Academy has its first home game, but it's a tough one against number 15, Warren. 2 more matchups of ranked teams. Number 5, Greenwood at home against number 14, Fort Smith Northside. And number 12, Conway welcomes number 8, Springdale Harbor. Week 3 of Fearless Friday begins right now.
23 games, huge matchups. Let's don't waste any time here. Let's go. Number 1, Fayetteville hosted Muskogee out of Oklahoma. First quarter, Taylor Powell back to pass. He finds Drake Weimer over the middle for a 14-yard score. The two-point conversion was no good. Bulldogs up 6-0. Muskogee would drive, but on 4th and 18 from the 29, the Fayetteville defense with a big sack. Bulldogs ball, and they would capitalize. Powell going up top and deep to Bruce Armstrong. Touchdown, Fayetteville. It's 13-0 at that point. Fayetteville rolls 56-21. Number 2, Pine Bluff hosted North Little Rock. Charging Wildcats looking for their first win of the season. North Little Rock driving, but Pine Bluff's Jaquevius Russell stops it with a big sack. Next charging Wildcat possession, Trey Cox looking, pumping, scrambling. Cox finds White and Ruth for the first down. Later in the drive, it's 3rd down. The quarterback keeps it, but David Beasley, he's committed to Louisiana Tech, but he is a player. He stops it. They settle for a field goal. It's from Savannah Melton, and she splits the uprights. North Little Rock up 3 on the following kickoff. Romar Reeds fakes the handoff, gets a full head of steam. Reeds takes it to the 37. Pine Bluff gets it going, and they win at 41-17. We got a top 16 matchup in Little Rock. Number 4, Pulaski Academy playing number 15, Warren. Chase Shannon spent the evening at Rector Field. He has the story.
Fearless Friday Game of the Week, brought to you by Wendy's.
Lights are off here at Pulaski Academy, but PA did not have the lights out tonight. They would take on Warren, the defending Class 4A champs. Here's what the Class 5A champs from last year would do here. Bruin fans rolling out for the home opener here at PA. Pulaski Academy, the defending 5A champs, taking on defending 4A champ Warren. Lumberjacks down 7-0 here, but quickly responding. The visiting quarterback Hayden Lassiter looks to his left and finds Traylon Burks. A failed PAT makes it 7-6. Home team still on top. PA quickly responding, though. Lane Hatcher bombs away, and the sophomore quarterback finds senior Zach Kelly. 2-point conversion, making it 15-6. Later, some crazy stuff from Hatcher, rolling right, cutting to his left, slipping a tackle, and finding an open Ray Jackson in the end zone. We have more from Hatcher later. Check out the sophomore's arm strength. He heaves this one up to junior Cameron Bland. He comes down with it. Pulaski would lead this thing 20-plus after 1. Then, opening seconds of the second quarter, Hatcher goes to R.J. Anderson, another sophomore. Reservations for 6. Final score from Pulaski Academy. The Bruins win 71-40, a huge win for these Bruins. I'm joined here with head coach Kevin Kelly. You're 3-0 to start the season. How can you assess your team's performance against the 4A champs tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited. We played a really good 4A team, the defending state champions from last year. They haven't lost since we played them last year, I don't think. And their staff, Coach Embry and his staff, do a great job. But we were able to move the football up and down the field. And they were trying to do a lot of different things on defense they don't normally do because of what we do and try to confuse us. And my guys were really up to the task. Our offensive line was outstanding. And then my quarterback and our receivers, I think we had 6 different guys with touchdowns. And they were making good recognition of what they were trying to do on defense and taking advantage of it.
All right, excellent. Great stuff, Coach. They'll be back here to take on a team from Missouri next week at 7 o'clock. Reporting out here at Pulaski Academy, Chase Shannon, back to you, Wes.
Yeah, big win for PA. Warren hosts Crossit next week to open up conference play. Pulaski Academy is replacing the North Pulaski game with the team you said, Jennings, out of Missouri. Another matchup of ranked teams. We got Greenwood hosting number 14 Northside. Northside's ball. David Chitwood looking down the field and finds Isaiah Solomon. He makes the catch. Grizzlies, though, have to settle for a 30-yard field goal, but Jax Burgess gets a hand on the ball. It's no good. Grizzlies get the ball back. Nothing doing for Greenwood. This time David Chitwood hands the ball to Keandre Thomas, and Thomas takes it to the house. 70 yards. Look at him go. Zoom on in. Look at the young man. Something finally happening for Greenwood. Luke Hales on the 3-yard line, steps back and finds Grant Morgan in the end zone. Greenwood wins it, 34-24. Number 6 Cabot has no problems with Fair. Number 7 Southside blows out Lake Hamilton, and Dardanelle continues to roll. Number 11, 69-35. Don't forget to download the Fearless Friday app. You'll find scores as well as highlights from games throughout Arkansas. It's available right now in the iTunes Store and Google Play. The Conway Wampus Cats began the season with games on the road. Tonight, the home opener, but it's a tough one. Josh Berry shows us how it all went down when number 8 Harbor visited number 12 Conway.
Wes, both teams hoping to justify their standings in the state. Conway just hoping to say that first loss of the season against Cabot was a fluke and continue their winning ways, especially going into conference play next week. The Springdale Harbor Wildcats hope to make some noise coming into Conway and silence the crowd as they try to exact some revenge on the Wampus Cats, who spoiled their home opener last year. It's Conway's opener tonight. Both teams come into the game 1-1 on the season. It would be Harbor, however, who would come into focus first in this game. The highly touted senior Fuller Chandler under center. He gets it out in time. Junior Dalton Dwangdara beat his man. He was all alone, falls into the end zone. 7-0 Wildcats in the first quarter. We're going to jump to 2 minutes left in the half. Conway still no points, and Harbor's looking to extend the lead. We're going Chandler to Smith again. Conway's in good position for the pick, but it bounces off his pads. Smith ends up with it. He fumbles, but jumps back on the ball, setting them up just a few plays later. The handoff is going to go up the middle to Luke Hannon. He dives in for the score. Harbor Wildcats go into the locker room up 24-0 over Conway. And Harbor's D would come up big tonight, not allowing Conway to score until the final 5 minutes. Final tonight, 37-7. I got a chance to catch up with winning head coach Chris Wood.
We just kind of settled in, kind of had to grind the run game tonight, but I thought our defensive effort just continued to give us play after play after play, and we finally were able to wear them down.
Both teams starting conference play next week. Wes, we'll send it back to you.
There you go. Harbor opens conference play with Rogers at home. Conway will host Siloam Springs. Next up, number 9 Bryant at home against Little Rock Central. Bryant's defensive end, Madre Dixon, tears through the offensive line, gets a safety. That was just the second or third play of the game. Bryant already rolling. Gunnar Burks throwing the ball deep down the field. Aaron Arender with the first touchdown of the night. It's 9-0 Bryant. More Bryant. Gunnar Burks again throws a quick pass to Aaron Arender. Puts Bryant back on the scoreboard running, or he gets him down to the 10-yard line. Great field position for Bryant. It's Cameron Coleman with the hard run, banging off of people, going in for the touchdown. 16-0. Bryant wins it 26-14. Number 10 Nashville hit the road to take on Watson Chapel. Watson Chapel up 7-0 and looking for more, but the Wildcats mishandle the exchange. Ashton Nelson comes up with the fumble. Nashville takes over. Scrappers trying to get something going. Leonard Snell coming right at us. Andrew Hawthorne makes the catch at the 31, but no points on this drive. Watson Chapel takes over, and Trey Cole takes a quick pass all the way to the 10-yard line. Feet come out from underneath him. He's okay. Nashville's Terrell Grundy comes up with the big play. The sack pushes Watson Chapel back to the 14. They settle for the field goal, and it's no good. Watson Chapel ends up losing to Nashville 62-41. Number 13, El Dorado back home after playing in Shreveport last week. Wildcats hosting Magnolia. El Dorado up 21-0. Magnolia trying to get back into the game. They go to the air, and it's unsuccessful for them. El Dorado was just running over people. They come to the sideline, steps out of bounds. El Dorado doesn't get any points out of this drive, but El Dorado was in control for much of this game. Here's your final score. They win it 35-0. We finish up the rankings. Number 16, Little Rock Christian, the Warriors, taking on Jacksonville. Kyron Sanders hands it off to Demarie Crockett. Crockett, who's committed to Boise State, takes it up the middle for a first down. More from Crockett. He's going off right tackle, gets into the secondary, and takes the ball inside the red zone. Then later on, it's Crockett right up the middle. Easy score for him. It's all Little Rock Christian in this one. The Warriors win at 49-13. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. Harrison and Alma. It's Alma winning 45-21. Pottsville defeats Russellville. Good win for Pottsville, 32-24. And Van Buren defeats Farmington, 32-12. Let's check out that play of the night. It comes from Batesville and Jonesboro. Jonesboro's Jonathan Adams takes the punt near field. And look at the moves from Jonathan Adams, looking like Joe Adams. Adams switches fields and has the speed for the touchdown. That's your play of the night from Jonathan Adams. The Springdale Bulldogs began the season with 2 losses on the road tonight. Their first home game, Springdale hosting Bixby out of Oklahoma. Springdale showing off the renovated and expanded Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. Bixby going for it on the first drive of the game. 4th and 4. Comes up. That's close. We're going to have to measure it. How close is it? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Move. It's about an inch short. Bulldog ball. Springdale on the move. Jack Lindsay connects with Kyler Williams. He breaks back inside and gets the ball all the way down to the Bixby 25. That will lead to this, a 41-yard field goal attempt. The kick is going to be good. Home team leads 3-0. Bixby comes right back early second quarter. Tanner Griffin finds Gerard Neerman in the end zone for the touchdown. Check out this 2-point conversion. The center, keep an eye on him. He's just going to toss it to the fullback right there at the goal line. He goes in. 2-point conversion is good. It's 8-3 at that point. Your final score, Bixby ruins the homecoming 50-31. The Catholic Rockets have been getting some great late game experience. Catholic's first 2 games went to overtime. Tonight, the Rockets hit the road to play 2-0 Parkview. Drew Petrimo shows us what happened.
Little Rock Catholic came into the game shorthanded, and on the field, well, it really showed. Let's take a look at the highlights. Patriots QB, here he is in the second quarter, coming off play action and hitting Jeremiah McDowell, who catches a block, turns upfield, and he is gone. 62 yards on the score. Catholic without starting quarterback Andre Sale. Taylor Price getting the nod in his place. He attempts a short pass, but it's popped up in the air and picked off by Tyree Madison. On the very next play, Jackson airing it out. This time he finds Amari James for the 21-yard score. Parkview's up 13-3. Later in the second, Catholic kicking it away, but the punt is muffed by Kobe McNeil. Catholic gets great field position, but they just can't get anything done. They end up going 3 and out on the drive, and on the ensuing drive, McNeil would make amends. He takes the Jackson pass, ends up going up the sideline, tiptoeing down the sideline, and he scores a 2-point conversion, makes the halftime score 21-3 for the Patriots. In the second half, Jackson adds a rushing touchdown on the night, 4 total touchdowns, and Parkview wins in a rout, 35-5. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Great start for Catholic. They are 3-0. They'll host Alma next week. Parkview hits the road and goes to Benton. Let's head east. Win. Yellow Jackets looking for their first win. Win playing at West Memphis. Win with the ball. And they've changed things up a little bit. They're running it more. This is a pass play. Was that complete? Looked incomplete, but they ruled it was complete. West Memphis picks up the fumble. Blue Devils with the ball. They're going to the ground, going off left tackle, and has a little speed. Gets to the outside. No holding call there. Gets the ball inside the 5-yard line. West Memphis takes advantage of the good field position. They walk it in for the touchdown. Blue Devils all over, win early, but this came to be a close one. West Memphis wins by a point, 20-19. Here's some scores from around the state. 5A scores for you. Valonia and BB. Valonia wins it 28-18. Little Rock McClellan beats Lone Oak 32-16. Sylvan Hills continues to put up a lot of points. Held to 47. Only 47 points for Sylvan Hills tonight. They win 47-14. Still to come on Fearless Friday, we'll check out 2 future Razorbacks. McTelvin Agim of the Hope Bobcats and TJ Hammonds of the Robinson Senators. Robinson hosted Rogers Heritage. If you like offense, the Robinson Senators have been one of those teams to watch. Robinson is loaded with playmakers. Tonight, a tough test. 4A Robinson hosted 7A Rogers Heritage. Former Razorback Mitch Petrus makes his debut on Fearless Friday. Here's Mitch with the highlights.
We're all wrapped up here as Joe T. Robinson tonight taking on Rogers Heritage. Final score 43-22, pretty much one-sided, but let's take a look at some of the highlights. Great night for high school football as Joe T. Robinson taking on Rogers Heritage. Joe T. Robinson off to a quick start as Brennan Johnson throws to number 6 T.J. Hammonds for a 15-yard touchdown. Rogers Heritage quick to answer those as Dylan Harper throws to Christian Collins, who makes a catch, breaks a tackle, and runs all the way for a 45-yard touchdown. After that, pretty much one-sided. Joe T. Robinson all the way as they're handing off here to a T.J. Hammonds, who it's pretty much all night T.J. Hammonds show. He breaks a tackle here and runs all the way for a 33-yard touchdown. Once again, after that, more Joe T. Robinson as they hand off again to T.J. Hammonds for another 6-yard touchdown. And at the halftime, it's one-sided pretty much. It's 35-8. And as the highlights showed, it was pretty much Joe T. Robinson all night. And T.J. Hammond show as well. Arkansas's got a good recruit here, but we'll see how the season plays out for Joe T. But once again, final score 43-22.
All right, thanks a lot, Mitch. Heritage hosts Springdale next week to begin conference play. Robinson gets Baptist Prep, formerly Arkansas Baptist. Speaking of Baptist Prep, the Eagles hosted Boonville tonight. First quarter, no score. Baptist punts it away. Trent Wooldridge receives it for Boonville. He hands it to Rayden Fennell, but Baptist Special Teams is all over him. Caleb Kaufman makes the play. Boonville unable to get much of a return. Second half, still no score. Baptist turns the offense a little bit. Andre Malloy with the first down. Another Malloy carry. Corey McGonigal keeps it and doesn't get many yards. It was a low-scoring game. In the end, Boonville wins it 14-7. Let's check on future Razorback McTelvin Agim. Hope hosting Prescott. Two good teams here. People getting excited in Arkansas for Hope's home game. Bobcats came in growling in the first quarter. They get a score from Brandon Walker. Almost get another one, but the Curly Wolves pick it off. Hope picking up the pace. Number 9 running the ball in for the touchdown. That got it to 16-15. Your final score in this one, Hope goes on to win it 47-22. Next up, Valley View and CAC. Mustangs trying to bounce back from a loss to Robinson. Quarterback Noah Evans passes it to Hunter Corbell with the ball again on this play. He would go in for the touchdown, but unfortunately it was called back. A lot of delays in this game, honestly. It had a 45-minute delay because of the lights. They wouldn't come on. Valley View turns to their offense. The quarterback hands it off to Zach Spain, gets the first down. In the end, CAC finally gets it going. Once the game finally got going, they win it 50-14. Let's head up to Northwest Arkansas. Greenland hosted Gentry. Opening play of the game, the kicker, Braden Alvarez with the onside kick, and he recovers. Pirates get the ball at the 44-yard line. Next play, Greenland's quarterback Cole Self with the pass to the sideline to the running back Alex Sismore. 37-yard play all the way to the 7. Good catch. Next play, Sismore takes it from the 7. You know what? He caught it. You might as well let him run it in, and that's exactly what he does. 7-0. Later in the first, Pirates on the move again. And man, Sismore was a busy guy tonight. Number 6 all over the place. 10-yard touchdown. It's 14-0. Following the touchdown, Alvarez kicks it off to Brian Harris, and he's hit by Trey Burnett. And there's a fumble. And it's just more of the Pirates in this one, stripping the ball away. They recover. 4th and 21 from the 46 for Greenland. And a nice little touch pass here. Let's see if we can squeeze in this highlight. One more touchdown. And Greenland beats Gentry 49-32. Told you it was good. Still to come on Fearless Friday, we'll take a look at some more highlights. Plus, we've got 5 extra minutes of highlights. We'll take a look at Searcy. The Lions hosted Morrilton. Stick around. More Fearless Friday next. We not only cover the state, but we'll get you games when our teams go across the border. Junction City trying to start a new winning streak this week after they were defeated by Rison. Dragons played in Haynesville, Louisiana. I tell you what, Haynesville is traditionally a very good team, and you can see why in these highlights. Haynesville going across the middle, the big tight end will not go down. hits it over the sideline, still rumbling, and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Junction City tries to come back in this one, but it was Haynesville winning it 33-20. The Texarkana Razorbacks dipped into East Texas to play Marshall. First period, Marshall, Cameron Haller with the 5-yard rushing touchdown, 7-0. More Marshall, more Haller, 9-yard rushing touchdown. It's 14-0. More Marshall, more Haller. This time they're passing it to Trell Patton. It's about a 40-yard touchdown pass. Marshall up 21-0. Seeing a trend in these highlights. Marshall out of East Texas, all over Texarkana. But we do have a Razorbacks highlight. We've got to get something going for the Razorbacks, right? Keandre Banks goes 6 yards for the touchdown, but it was all Marshall in this one. They win it 56-28. Back inside our borders, we got some scores for you. Hot Springs Lakeside, nice win over Malvern, 49-35. Fountain Lake all over Maumelle, and Prairie Grove defeats West Fork 50-0. The Searcy Lions picked up a nice win last week against Batesville. Tonight, the Lions were trying to knock off another good 5A team, the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Jay Burr has the wrap-up.
Yeah, Wes, both these teams trying to go 3-0 for the first time in a little while. Obviously, Searcy having gone longer of that drought from 3-0 than to has Morrilton, but both these teams were certainly fighting for it in this one. Searcy Lions coming out with a lot of fight, but Morrilton came out with just a little bit more. First drive for the Lions, and Harrison Pavat gets to Andrew Neville, gets the safety right out the gate, and it's 2-0 Morrilton. And on the ensuing drive for the Devil Dogs, Caleb Kennedy hooks up with Grant Heidenreich for the touchdown, 9-0 there, but Searcy would come roaring back here as Luke Dixon gets the score, and it's 9-7. And on the reception, right after that score, Heidenreich, he's going to find a seam, and he's really not that fast. That'd be a record right there. But the touchdown, but it's coming back with the flag. Nothing doing there, but later, hey, Heidenreich making up for it there. Some nifty moves, picks up a block, and he's going down the sidelines. And that would set this up. The handoff here to Lane Granberry. He's going to fight through a tackle there. He gets the score, but another flag wipes out another touchdown for Morrilton. But that would set this up. The quick slant here to Deontay Duncan. No harm, no foul there, and it's 16-10 Devil Dogs here. More Devil Dogs here. Kennedy swings it out to Duncan. Nifty move right there. Fights and stretches it. But another flag wipes out a third touchdown for Morrilton. But right before the half, 4th and goal, and Pavat would barrel in for the score, and the Devil Dogs would hold a 23-10 advantage at the half. And this game officially bananas. You saw there in the highlight, Morrilton dominates the first half. Searcy comes back, dominates the second half. They actually cemented this game with a halfback pass on 4th down. So gutsy call there by the Searcy coaches. And then to make things even better, Morrilton comes back to score a touchdown to cut into that winning margin ever so slightly. So Searcy moves to 3-0 for the first time in a long time as they win this one 39-35. In Searcy, Jay Burr for Fearless Friday.
All right, thanks, Jerry. Morrilton goes to Greenbrier next week. Searcy travels to Little Rock Central. Let's finish up real quick. Jonesboro taking on Batesville. Batesville had a decent opening drive. They get a 35-yard field goal. It's 3-0 Pioneers. Later in the first, A.J. Aycock rolling out for Jonesboro. No one's open. He forces the pass. It's picked off. But you know what? Jonesboro comes back to win it 36-29. We finish up with another big matchup. Benton on the road against Greenbrier. Drew Dyer, 4-yard run for the touchdown. Braden Hunter comes back with a 78-yard touchdown run. Benton wins it big, 38-0. What a night, 23 games. Can't wait for next week. It'll be the start of conference play. We'll see you next Friday.
This has been Fox 16 Fearless Friday, brought to you by Baptist Health. Keep on amazing. Access scores and highlights anytime at fearlessfriday.com or download the Fearless Friday app.